just dropped off my younger son at his sailing camp, and now I've parked at the Wrightsville Beach parking lot, and I'm gonna go on a walk that people here call the loop. It's basically over the bridge to the beach and then back again. And I think it's like 2 miles, 2.5 miles or something. If you park in this lot, the parking is free as long as you register with the parking app as if you're paying. So you enter your license plate and everything, and then you go to pay, but it's $0 for the first 2 hours. So that's what I do here. I mean, you can't spend the whole day at the beach on 2 hours, obviously, but you can certainly get your beach fix for no cost, as opposed to, I think it's $5 an hour, at least at Wrightsville Beach, when you're parking during the summertime. So anyway, I'm about to start my walk. I have my hat. I look kind of silly in hats, but I don't have, well, that's okay. Anyway, I love this hat. Noggin is a company here. They do have a website you can order online, but the hats are so comfortable. They can get wet and they dry really quickly, and they're just the lining is padded, it's soft. And this woman is so nice. The people who run it are so nice. They have a booth that I've seen at craft fairs that I've been at or just attended, and they're there. They sell all the time here locally, but they do have an online site. And yeah, it's just nice to support a local company, but just like a really great product. So they have hats for kids, hats for adults. And yeah, so that's my hat. I don't have my sunglasses today. I lost them in a lake, jumping off of a boat. I forgot they were on my head. So I'm waiting for new sunglasses to arrive. I ordered them from a website last week that talks about how it's like affordably priced prescription lenses. So they're basically readers, but they, and so that means they're magnified, because I can't read without glasses and I like to be able to read at the beach. So I want my sunglasses to have that add on. So anyway, they're coming from Brooklyn. I think they're being shipped today. So I should be able to finally have sunglasses again, but for now I've got my hat to protect my eyes. And yeah, I'll take you on the walk now. It's so hot, but I'm still gonna go to the ocean because I haven't had a chance to do this walk and walk to the ocean. So I'm gonna make sure I do that today. It's really hot. I went down to the water because the breeze was quite refreshing. So now I'm heading back on my home journey. And I'm glad I did it, but I have to take a little break, chug some water, stop sweating before I start any artwork. Not only do I not want to get my sweaty hands on my paintings, but I also can't hold the pencil steady for like half an hour after I exercise. So I have to kind of calm myself down, and then I can start to create clean lines that are not squiggly after that. So that's what's going to happen next. Just going to recover a little bit. And the first thing I'm going to be working on is mapping out my next, what's the cicadas? Mapping out my next Tudor Places map drawing. So working with Sarah Morris is awesome because she's super organized, and she provides me with, sorry, I'm competing with the outdoor noises right now in the summertime here. Anyway, Sarah provides me with great resources, photographs, map references, a summary of her articles, and that way I can get a sense of what she's trying to portray, and that way the map can best support the article. So I'm going to just be sort of thinking about the placement of things today and maybe even get started on the background painting. Then I would love to finish one of my coloring pages for the theater that I'm working on. We'll see. I know I keep making that face whenever I talk about it. So it's going well. I'm going to try to finish a whole drawing today, or at least get it mostly done and finish it tomorrow to check one page off each week. Back to work. The first thing I do when I'm making a map is I print out the Google map in grayscale and put it on my light table. I'm trying to figure out how the background looks, making sure I mark where all of the major roads are. In order for the roads to show up when it's light out, even though I'm using my light table, I do go back in with my pencil and make the lines for certain roads a little bit darker. The ones I'm marking now are the ones that the client has asked to be on the map. And this is important just because I'm going to also make sure, for the most part, the buildings don't cover up all of the road. I want to be able to show some of the directional stuff. Now that I can better see the major roads through the paper on the light table, I can lightly mark them with my pencil. The last thing I do before painting is just use my kneaded eraser to get rid of some of the excess graphite marks. So let's get painting. I go in with a lot of water to begin with. I'm going to just be using a wet on wet technique. I love my backgrounds to be abstract and just free-flowing. I think it really helps offset the digital aspects of the map. The background is the only part that's actually painted with traditional watercolor. The rest of the map is digitally created in Procreate, and so it combines both digital and traditional media. The background is just very abstract. I like to use splatter technique. I like to use salt to add some extra texture. So I'm basically just going in and adding different green colors and some blue for the water areas and things like that. Before I scan this, I'm going to apply just a clean water to the back of the painting. Now, this is a way that you can flatten your art after the fact. Some people pre-stretch their paper, and one of these days I might remember to do that or have time to do that, but this is just a quick fix if you want to get rid of some of those ripples before you scan your artwork, or if you're going to be framing your artwork. So just, one wash of water over the back, and then you can see I'm layering different things over the top of it, and then I wait until it's basically dry, completely dry. Then I remove all of the things that were weighing down the paper, and you can see how much flatter it has gotten now, and we are ready to scan it. So now that it's scanned, I have it in my computer, working on it in Photoshop. I'm adjusting some of the colors, I'm removing some of the dust or any scratches or weird marks that showed up during the scanning process, and then it's ready to bring into Procreate on my iPad, where I draw the buildings and all of the other details. So the next thing on my list is this coloring page, and this is the inspiration for the page. It's a part of the original curtain that hung in this theater in the 1800s. This is a photograph I took of the piece that they have hanging in the theater right now. It's amazing that it still exists, but I can't make out all of the details, and so I thought, let's add something fun to this, not only to make it fun to color, but also a bit of a history lesson. So I found a photograph of the person who painted it, and it's not this, that's the model. It's this person right here. So that is the painter, and I used the model to have a reference for the body, but I added his wild hair and paintbrush and everything like that. And so I thought that would be a fun addition to this coloring page. And that way I don't have to worry about not knowing all of the details for this curtain. And just like that, my workday is over, and I have to head back to Wrightsville Beach to pick up my son from his sailing camp. If you stick through to the end of the video, I have added a beautiful sunrise video that my husband took on his bike ride this week. It is sure to help you relax if you need it.